What's up, ladies and gentlemen? The one and only James Williams, Dog Waters, the Stink On Eat Ambassador, and I'm back. And I know you're probably saying, man, you hitting on video after video, actually, because it's crazy. So let me ask you a question. What does 18,000 cows getting blown up in an explosion, your next pandemic, Yuvario Huvari, and old Deaf Billy Gates all got in common? That's what we're going to be discussing in this video. And that's where we headed right now. So let's start off with a reminder from our friend, the crazy one, Urano Huvari. Remember, Urano Huvari has already told us this.
We now have the power, or at least not we, but some governments and corporations for the first time in history have the power to basically hack human beings.
And if that wasn't bad enough, then he decided, since she's such a Billy Bad behind, he can tell us this.
You know, the whole idea that humans have, you know, this, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over.
He probably recorded this while he was on his way to the Celtics game last night. I'm not sure. Maybe he had courtside seats. He seems like he must be pretty rich. He probably doesn't miss a Celtics game at all. But nonetheless, when you start to put it all in perspective, and
after Bill Gates became the largest individual owner of farmland in America. He's reportedly purchased more than 200,000 acres in 18 states.
Well, you start to watch it all as it plays out, you understand there's a plan.
We continue to follow that breaking news for you.
A massive fire burning at a food plant on the near north side. Joni just got there on the scene. Joni, what do you know?
Thank you. Now to an update on the food plant fire in Hermiston, Oregon that happened yesterday. The Umatilla County Fire District says the evacuation orders for people living nearby that plant were lifted. They say the hot spots are out now and the smoke has dispersed. Crews think a boiler powered by natural gas exploded.
And they're using it. I mean, and it's like boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's like right there in front of your face. It's a whole entire plan. It's like pulling up to the 3-point line. Swoop. Celtics up by 3. They win the game. It's like block shot after block shot. The score ended up being like 107-93. The way they play in the game is insane.
I don't use some of the less proven approaches.
Such as?
I don't plant trees.
There's a lot of people who are very enamored with trees. We've got trees on this stage. Some people would even say that if you just planted enough trees, it could take care of the climate issue altogether.
And that's complete nonsense.
Okay.
I mean, are we the science people or are we the idiots? Which one do we want to be? Are we the idiots?
I'm curious to know, can you see what they laying out for you? Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Pineapple and children? Can you see it? Can you see it by just seeing the news clips? I can see it. I can definitely see it. You got old Billy Boy, Dr. Death himself, telling everybody what they need to eat. He done bought up all the farmland. The problem that Billy Boy has is, in order for him to make his $200 billion, or $20 billion this time.
You've invested $10 billion in vaccinations over the last 2 decades, and you figured out the return on investment for that, and it kind of stunned me. Can you walk us through the math?
Over a 20-to-1 return. So if you just look at the economic benefits, that's a pretty strong number compared to anything else.
I think the numbers that you ran through were, if you had put that money into an S&P 500 and reinvested the dividends, you'd come up with something like $17 billion, but you think it's $200 billion.
Here, yeah.
You can't eat the food that's currently in the store. You got to eat his product. So how does old Billy, who made a whole bunch of money on this last thing, he admitted it, we saw the video, how does Billy and his homies get all of y'all to eat what they want you to eat? They got to get rid of chickens.
More than 4 million chickens will have to be killed after Iowa state officials say they detected bird flu at an egg farm.
That's what they've been talking about, lab-grown chickens. They gotta get rid of cows.
Investigators have determined the cause of a massive fire at a Texas dairy farm that killed 18,000 cows last Tuesday. Fire officials say a piece of equipment used at the farm is to blame. That fire also critically injured one person.
That's what they've been talking about, lab-grown cows. They gotta get rid of all that stuff in order to get you to the point to where they can put enough of it in the marketplace and blend it into where you don't know the difference. That's what they're doing to you right now. They can't force you to eat it. They know this. That's why the whole conferences that they had was about trust. You know, this Davos conference is about trust. How do we build trust? How do we trust? Trust. They know you don't trust them. They know I don't trust them. So how do we get around that? Just leave you no option. Reduce all the options. Consolidate the entire market. This is now for those of you who are new to the Stankonia Ambassadors family, and those who've been around for a while, you know I really dig deep into issues. This is how come when I was in the cryptid field, you would get the most phenomenal cryptid stories, because I really dig into what's going on. But when you get to the bottom of this, it makes no sense. That's how you know it's pure evil. It's, you know, the Bible says the devil comes to do nothing but steal, kill, and destroy. What that man doing? Stealing, killing, destroying. It don't make no damn sense. I know you see it, I see it, but it's all over the news. So 18,000 cows killed, chickens killed, random industrial food factory accidents. And then now we come out with this chick. Remember her? Dr. Birch? Hold on. Let me play her for you. Remember this lady?
So while I have you, can I just ask, and again, I'm sort of thinking about how does this look if we potentially face another pandemic, which I know, again, everyone in the system is constantly preparing for. We're seeing a lot of concerning reports about bird flu at the moment, the outbreaks in cows leading to tests in milk. I'm getting questions from my friends who are also moms. Is this safe? Is it not? What is the level of concern right now about that potentially becoming a pandemic?
Well, thank you, Casey, because this is why I'm really concerned, because we're making the same mistakes today that we made with COVID.
Okay.
And what do I mean by that? We're not testing to really see how many people have been exposed and got asymptomatically infected. We should be testing every cow weekly. You can do pooled PCR. We have the technology. The great thing about America is we're incredibly innovative, and we have the ability to have these breakthroughs. We could be pool testing every dairy worker. I do believe that there's undetected cases in humans because we're once again only tracking people with symptoms. When we did.
Now she come out and she telling everybody that you need to test all the cattle and all the chickens with the same crazy test that didn't work the first time. So when you got somebody, when a human being was positive, they gave you a dose, right? Give you a little dose or something. So we got two choices here. They couldn't say you're positive and pow, do you in. That wasn't gonna work because nobody was gonna stand for that. So it's a 50-50 chance that either they're gonna find a cow that's positive for whatever they want to call it, and they're gonna hit them with a dose, and then that way you're gonna get whatever's in your body. They're gonna genetically modify that cow, or they just gonna kill them all because we had a pandemic that was so bad that it destroyed the food chain and the food supply chain, and so you have no choice but to eat this lab-grown meat. You understand what I'm saying to you, homie? It's right there in front of you. It's right there in front of you. Literally right there in front of you. It's some wicked, wicked stuff, man. Super wicked stuff. I'm gonna see y'all on the next video. Y'all be easy.